Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to VTV today. Lives on VTV1 every night, and they are top stories today. So the world is on the top and hot events of the 4.0 technology revolution. From in the history, people haven't faced for both opportunities and risks that we have been facing at the moment. So what is the 4.0 technologies revolution, and what is its effective on our economy, careers, and people lives in Vietnam? Book a taxi, book a flight ticket, or reserve a hotel room, or even make the payment online. All of these utilities of the internet. Be ready, please, because it may be out of date in the future. Uber is the biggest taxi companies in the world. Even they don't have any taxis at all. Or Airbnb is the biggest host for the hotel renting in the world, but they don't even own one room or hotel. All of these examples above is just the beginning of the 4.0 technologies revolution. You may or may not even imagine that in the few years after that, you can wear clothes, or you can wear the clothes that connect with the internet, or use online glasses, and the smartphones is one of the necessary thing that we can't not live without it. And all of the services, if they don't connect with the smartphone, they will be eliminated. Even when you can just use your phone and scan your eyes, all of your medical history, or the illness in your bodies at the moment will be appeared on the screen and let you know immediately. Or it is predicted that in 10 years more, most of the cars in 10% of the cars in America will be automatically driving without any driver. And in the near future, Japan is planning to use the automatic cars without drivers, and being powered by solar power to welcome and to pick up all of the participation to participate in 2020 Olympics events. Yes, we all of the things that we mentioned above is related to 4.0 technology revolution. So let's see what is exactly be. So we already knew that the first revolution of the world is about water and steam power. And second industrial revolution is about electric energy, and first assembly belt was born. Then the third industrial revolution is about electronics and information technology. Then the fourth industrial revolution, the one has been happening at the moment, is about cyber physical system, and it is predicted that in 2020 there are about it will be about 50,000 subjects will be connected by the internet, and the whole world will not live without the internet. Just simply think that in the future your house will in general will have the eyes and ears and even the brains also. If you just spend all of your time in working really hard, you don't have to say it out. The house will acknowledge it immediately through your timetable and working schedule on your phone. Then its sensitivity system will immediately realize how stressful you are based on your high blood pressure rate and your heart rates also. Then the house will adjust and switch from the rock music that you used to listen every day into the ballad and light music. This is the intelligent house model that all of the technologies organization and groups is focusing on. The fourth industrial revolution is also focused on developing the automatic cars, artificial intelligence, and 3D printing techniques, and all will be everything in your life will be changed in the future. So welcome to the fourth industrial revolution. So the World Forum, the World Economic Forum, is telling us about we are on the world is on the top of the fourth industrial revolution. However, in Vietnam, the awareness and acknowledge about this revolution is just the beginning. So let's have a short discussion with Mr. Lê Thanh Tâm, the CEO of International Development Group in ASEAN. Yes, Mr. Lê Thanh Tâm, all of the examples that we listed above is just a small amount of the small amount that the fourth industrial revolution brought to us. Or as just simply the results and products of the 4.0 the revolution. So what exactly bringing up this revolution? This the problems is the results that bring to this revolution is about the demands of the people. So that's the reason why all of the producer, all of the factory and companies has to create and provide all of this service in order to reach the demands. And they have to change in order to meet that demands that which is more and more which is smarter every day. So people every day what desired and required a safe in buying and using all the things. Then and also at the moment all of the service need to bring as much benefits as they can. So I can imagine that all of the demands from customers has created this revolution, and all of the market in the countries and also the companies as well have to change and then give a hand in the revolution. I do think so. So in here I want to go for more details a little bit about the effect its effects on and its influence on our lifestyle. So IDG is a groups, a corporations that researching about the media. So I want to ask you that please imagine in the future, under the influences of the fourth industrial revolution, whether the world will watching TV. So so talking about that changing in the way of watching TV, we need to have a look at two aspects. The first one is around the world, all the world, and in Vietnam as well. Let's have a look in Vietnam. As we may or may not know, all the press articles and also the media is now facing some of challenges at the moment, and all the paper and articles or have been facing the first difficulties because of the fourth revolution. And then now it's about the television also. We also provide a training course for the students in order to approach them and know more about their thinking of the using of the television and media. So it is the result turns out that there are 87% of the students don't even actively holding the remote to turn on or turn off the television at home. The reason why they sometimes they watch the TV is because the televisions has had been turned on in the school or in the workplace before by someone. So this is the most biggest changing that the fourth revolution that bring to us so far. At the same time, all of the technologies and media companies have providing all the subjects and utilities in housing and workplace. They now don't and has eliminate some of the electric subjects, for example, like the telephone, fax machine, cable cards or internet, photocopy machine, and finally there is no receptionist to wait in front of the companies to welcome the customers. This is the most benefit and convenience things that the fourth revolution bring to the companies and the corporation. It also help them to save some of the budget. Switching about in for the American, there is a lot of changing at the moment. So some of the families have been cut down their their internet system, and also the cable cables for the television as well. They don't use them anymore. Instead of that, they use the smartphone and live stream to watch it, and also the social medias. Yes, thank you very much, sir, for all the warnings and information for all the broadcasting and press agency. Ladies and gentlemen, all the medias that we mentioned above is just the general examples for this solution, for this revolution. It has been booms out all over the world. They have listed out all of the biggest changes that the fourth industrial revolution booms out all over the world. In American, they advise that if you are a laws major student, then stop study that major, because in the future about 90% of the lawyers will be reduced, because all of the devices that use the artificial intelligence that applies the laws system can replace all of the lawyers, and most of the automobile company will be bankrupt, because some of the technologies companies and corporations, for example, like Tesla, Google, Apple, will create a true revolution for the automobile field. The World Economic Forum has admitted that this is the revolution for the manufacturing, and challenging people to create more facilities and income.